Good afternoon, Mr. Jameson. I'm going to give a little spiel here at the beginning about our budget process. You just listened to it, but I'm going to make you listen to it again. I'm sure it was. I'm sure it was. But before I do that, I do want to acknowledge that Council Lady Taneka Vircher, the Chair of Budget and Finance, is here, as well as Vice Mayor Sherry Weiner, who is here as well, accompanying you. Thank you very much for being here. As you know from working with the Finance Department, this is a status quo budget year, essentially. Over the last 2 years, we've had more than $200 million in improvements for departments across government. We've added staff. We've been capable of doing new things in every department. But this year, we don't anticipate that sort of revenue increase. In addition, we've had quite a number of reappraisal appeals that will also have an impact on our collections. So in order to stay within the lowest tax rate that the city has ever had, $3.15 essentially, we're going to have to be cautious this year, stick with the budget numbers that we had the prior year, and be in order for us to be able to continue the functions that we're used to as a city. So. Thank you for coming. I know you're aware of all that. If you could give a brief presentation, introduce yourself and the people who are with you, and we may have a few questions.
Thank you, Mayor. I'm here with our Chief of Staff, Roseanne Hayes, and our Finance Manager, Mike Curl. I'm led to believe you may have some familiarity with the Metro Council office. We are not requesting any budget modifications, fully prepared for a status quo budget. I thought I would outline, at the suggestion of OMB, some of the improvements we have undertaken in the past 2 years, just to give a sense of where the council office has been and where we anticipate going. The first two items I would suggest really constitute more of the same, but what I mean by that is at the end of 2012, the council office processed legislation, either reviewing legislation prepared by other departments or researching and preparing legislation ourselves. The total was 632 bills. At the end of 2017, that number had increased to 1,059 bills. That's a 67% increase in the volume of legislation that passes through the council office for processing. There's been no net increase in the number of personnel in the council office responsible for legislative processing. It's the same number of people doing more work and doing a great job of it, if I say so myself. I want to commend Mr. Curl, Hannah Zeitlin, Danielle Godin in our office for their contributions in that regard. Second thing I would want to note, and I know you know this, Mayor, but really for the benefit of those who've, particularly in recent weeks, expressed concerns about public records requests and the rapidity with which any Metro government office responds to them. The number of public records requests submitted recently has exploded. The amount of time that it takes to respond to those appropriately and accurately is swamping us. And we are undertaking some processes to improve the electronic response to public records requests. But at the end of the day, by state law, there are various exemptions that we have to recognize. What scares any attorney handling a public records request is that he hands over a document that may have privileged information in it. Anything from attorney-client privilege information, unintended medical information, and so forth. If you look at the number of exceptions that apply to public records requests, it constitutes 125 pages, single-spaced, of individual exemptions under state law that the attorneys have to be familiar with and go through each and every document before it's handed over. We've processed every request on time and submitted the documents that were appropriate, but it is an extreme burden, and I know I'm talking to individuals that are familiar with that. In addition to those more of the same activities over the past 2 years, I would add several other accomplishments: a one-stop shop dashboard on our Metro Council website, a legislative information center that allows easier public access and council member access to each item of legislation and the analysis and amendments. Change.org is in its infancy, but allowing public participation in online debates regarding legislation. We have new staff members. Mr. Mayor, when you took office as Vice Mayor, as the result of some then recent staff changes, the council office consisted of 6 personnel, all white. You made it clear to me that one of your highest priorities was the increased diversification of our staff. Since then, 50% of all hires have been either African American or Hispanic. Our most recent hire, Theo Washington, is African American and fluent in Spanish, which is a first for the council office and will provide some outreach to the members of the Hispanic community. We've added a planning and codes liaison in Brandon Burnett and an information systems advisor in Slade Hurd. We were saddened by the departure of Vanessa Murillo, first Hispanic staff member in the council office. In November, the White House administration changed their policies with respect to H-1B applicants, and she had no choice but to leave our office, sadly. We have also added committee room recording equipment. We had heard from various advocacy groups regarding the inability for them to record or monitor exactly how council members came down during committee room votes. We had nothing to offer them other than the brief minutes of votes recordings. They now have online access to the filmed dialogue and discussions of every bill and every committee in the council. We have the legislative voting management system. We have improved, through the leadership of Vice Mayor Sherry Weiner, improved vastly the capital improvements budget process. We begin much earlier. Council members now, for the first time in their history, have the ability to prioritize the entire list that is eventually submitted to the mayor's office. And lastly, a minor point, but it bears mentioning, the council members are overwhelmed with the volume of information that they receive on a daily basis, and our office tries every day to think of ways to reduce and compress that amount of information. Even though it's small steps, every step we take, we hope, can enable them to review more and more information than they otherwise have time to. What that has meant is small steps, including amendments. In years past, when you and I served on the council, you would have a 5-page bill, then there'd be a substitute, and there'd be another 5-page bill, and you had no idea what language was different. Now all new language is underlined, all old language is stricken through in the Stoll format. That helps council members immediately identify what is new and get through a 5-page bill in a fraction of the time. We have done, with the assistance of Mr. Curl, we have shortened the analysis in every step we can. The grants legislation narratives, no more. That is placed on a single chart that gives council members at a quick vision all of the information they've ever gotten with respect to grants. The bill number, the grantor, the grantee, the amount, is there a match required, and what is the purpose of the grant, all in one easily viewed chart. All similar legislation is combined into one narrative instead of separate narratives for the same legislation. And lastly, the fiscal notes that used to be a separate document is now integrated into the analysis. Small steps, but each one helps. Lastly, thematically, we have also made clear to all reporting agencies, departments, boards, commissions that submit any sort of report to the council, by code provision now, that is required to be online and posted on the website for access to the public, but also more easily accessible to council members. Similar provision applies to boards and committees requiring to have their minutes and agendas posted online, again, for easier access. Those have been some of the objectives we've been working toward for the past 2 years.
Well, thank you very much. I'm joined today by the Finance Director, Talia Lomax O'Neill, and by the city's Chief Strategy Officer, Brian Kelsey. Lady and gentlemen, this is your chance to ask the council questions. They've become adept at asking you questions. Here's your opportunity to reciprocate, even if only by proxy. So if you have any questions.
I don't think you could have summarized your achievements anymore, but just to kind of hear you walk through all of those, to me, just all of those are real achievements that are visible and people can feel it in their day-to-day work activity. And for me, that's somebody that's out there that works with you, I'm grateful for it. I really am. And I don't have any questions. I really think you've done an excellent job summarizing all of your recent work.
Thank you.
The board and commission meetings, I know something we talked about several months ago, and it's a challenge providing capacity for all these functions, and trying to do this in a way where people feel like we're being more accountable, more transparent. How would you evaluate your progress on that so far?
It's lockstep. We have some boards and commissions that are more well-staffed than others, and I think we have to keep in mind that the majority of them, it's purely voluntary for almost all of them. These are boards and commissions that don't have staff, that don't have personnel there to take minutes to prepare agendas, so we are asking a lot of those. The Metro IT Services was tasked with the sort of a group effort of determining which boards and commissions could easily provide those services and which couldn't, which would be amenable to audiovisual recording instead of handwritten. So we're not there at 100% participation by any means. We've certainly gone a lot farther than we have in the past, and I think we need to do a little bit more reform there.
So I complimented the mayor's office staff in the context of the transition over the last couple of weeks. I just want to say the council office and the Metro Council should also be commended for everything they've done to make sure we stay on track and keep the business of the city moving forward over the last couple of weeks. So thank you very much for everything y'all have done. I know you have a meeting tomorrow night, so there won't be a message from the mayor this week. There might be an appearance from the mayor. I think I'll go up and circulate for a little while, but before I come back with a message, I think I'll get my feet under myself a little bit better here. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.